Greetings, friends. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. The social safety net is undergoing some big changes. These new changes could provide millions of Americans with more financial relief very soon. Friends, welcome back to my channel. This is your latest fourth stimulus check information and daily news update. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. House Democratic leaders signaled that discussions over social safety net legislation to deliver on President Joe Biden's Build Back Better agenda are advancing as negotiators identify items they plan to cut from the past. House Democratic Caucus Chairman Hakeem Jeffries had told reporters after a closed-door caucus meeting that significant progress has been made in recent days on what should stay in the legislation and what should be curtailed or removed altogether. Congressman Jeffries stated, "We are all feeling very positive about the coming together that is clearly occurring as we land these planes." Democratic Representative Katherine Clark, who serves as Assistant Speaker, added that Democrats are making progress after the meetings with Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen at the White House on Tuesday. Katherine Clark argued that the legislative package would cut costs in half. Representative Katherine Clark argued that the legislative package would cut costs in half for families who pay for child care by providing free universal preschool for children ages 3 and 4 years old, creating a national paid family leave program, expanding Medicaid, and also extending the child tax credit. When asked about whether extending the tax credit for just 1 year and providing only 4 weeks of paid family leave is enough, Katherine Clark insisted that the child tax credit remains a priority for Democratic lawmakers and the president.
Now, on an entirely different matter, there is little confusion about the devastating economic impact Democrats would bring about by ramming through their reckless taxing and spending spree, more taxes, more debt, and more painful inflation. But this isn't some collection of well-intentioned policies whose price tag has just gotten dangerously out of control. The policies themselves would mean real pain for American families. Case in point, the heavy-handed mandates that would restrict choice and access to affordable, life-saving health care. Democrats want to axe the private insurance plans that millions of Americans have chosen and prefer. They want to build new federal health programs and expand the ones that exist today, heaping more than $550 billion in new expenses on taxpayers to insure less than 4 million more people. Let me say that again. They want to build new federal health programs and expand the ones that exist today, heaping more than $550 billion in new expenses on taxpayers, the result to insure less than 4 million more people. Here's the truth. The overwhelming majority of Americans today have access to health care. Democrats just don't like the private plan that most Americans choose. Then there's the plan to heap hundreds of billions of dollars in new programs and huge pools of additional people into a Medicare system that experts say is already, right now, dangerously close to insolvency. This is a huge, risky leap toward Medicare for all at the expense of the stability and the security of the actual Medicare system that millions of seniors rely on right now. Democrats want to pour cold water on America's world-leading medical innovation sector by imposing socialist price caps on prescription medicine. In another example of Democrats' magic.
Representative Clark went on to say that President Biden was resolute in his commitment to reducing emissions by 50% by the year 2030, adding that there would be a sizable investment in climate, but without providing details. A key component of President Biden's clean energy agenda is expected to be dropped from the final bill. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was asked at a separate press conference about the paid leave program and free community college being scaled back in the bill, and said those details were news to me, emphasizing that no final decisions have yet been made. So friends, Do you think some parts of the bill should be scaled back? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Soon, there will be big changes to Social Security. A new proposal from the United States Representative John Larson calls for a benefit bump for current and new Social Security beneficiaries, which is an overhaul to how the annual cost of living adjustment is formulated, and increased payroll tax collections on the wealthiest Americans. The legislation was expected to be announced Wednesday on Capitol Hill, but has since been delayed. Social Security benefits have been adjusted each year since 1975 to keep pace with inflation. Next year's 5.9% increase will be the largest in 4 decades, as inflation has pushed the price of goods and services up over the last year. Tweaking how the annual COLA is calculated is among the most consequential changes in Lawson's proposal. The current Social Security COLA formula is based on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. However, senior citizen advocates note that the CPIW underweights certain expenses, like healthcare and housing, which is especially vital for seniors. And as a result, the Senior Citizens League says Social Security benefits have lost over 30% of their purchasing power since the year 2000, largely due to inadequate COLAs and rising healthcare costs. Representative John Lawson wants to change that. Under his new proposal, the annual COLA would be tied to the Consumer Price Index for the elderly. The Senior Citizens League previously estimated that an average beneficiary who filed for Social Security 30 years ago would have received nearly $14,000 more in retirement if the Consumer Price Index for the elderly had been used to calculate COLA. The plan comes as the future of Social Security is in a state of flux. Government officials announced this summer that the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund, which pays out Social Security benefits, will run out of money by the year 2033. If the trust fund runs dry, that does not mean Social Security will collapse. Rather, the government would be able to pay out only 75% of benefits. Friends, the key word for this video is apple cider. If you would like to enter tomorrow's Walmart gift card giveaway, please make sure that you like this video, comment below this keyword, and also make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much, friends. While it remains to be seen when the bill will be formally introduced, it's clear he and other congressional Democrats are intent on making significant changes to Social Security. The plan calls for an increase in benefits, hitching the annual COLA to the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, and taxing Americans who earn more than $400,000 a year. Friends, thank you so much for joining me here this Thursday. I truly appreciate every single one of you who are watching my videos. Please make sure you click and like this video. Comment below the keyword from this video, and also make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much, friends,